Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay. There was some network issue due to which it's while. So we'll just wait another a minute and then we'll start. Yes. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. Can you all confirm if you are able to see my screen?
Yes, we are able to see your screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So yeah, yesterday we have just gone through the Selenium, like why Selenium, or why automation, why Selenium, and how to download the Selenium, right? So again, for now, I'll show how to just download that Selenium part again. So you just have to say Selenium download, go to the selenium.dev website, and there you would have this Selenium grid. So here, the latest version, whatever it is there, you just click on it. As soon as you click, .jar file would be downloaded. So for Selenium, we need this one. And then the other things that I've said yesterday was downloading the browsers. Like if you're working with Firefox, you need to download Firefox. Working with Chrome, so just click on this documentation part, and here you would have the downloads option. Click on this downloads, and then here you would have all the different versions, right? So here, so what version are we downloading? We need to download that. So the same version, whatever we have our Google Chrome. So here you see I have 106. So same version, I just need to click on it, and then .zip file would be downloaded. The same way for the other browsers as well, like Gecko driver, Firefox, as I said. So Firefox, you just click on this. I've installed Firefox. Yesterday was not there, right? So I've installed that, and then click on this Gecko driver release, and you would see the latest one. So just scroll down to the bottom, and from here you select whichever is relevant to you. So I'm using Windows here, and which is 64-bit. So if I have to show you here, open the Firefox, select help, about Firefox, and here 105 version 64-bit is what my Firefox is. So the same thing, come here, download the latest one, click on this file. So .zip would be downloaded. Same way for other browsers, if you are working on Edge, Safari, other things. So as soon as we download, we would get these things. So yesterday we already did, right? Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Gecko driver, and then Selenium server. So this I don't need because yesterday we already downloaded. So we have Selenium file and then this. So what we have done yesterday, then we have created a separate project, and then we have created a class in this. So this is our class, and here was our details that we discussed. So yesterday we created a line. So how to open a Chrome browser, like WebDriver, you need to write new Chrome driver. So this is just like object creation, as I said. So other way for this would be, let me first input and then we'll see. So other things are, we need to, so this Chrome and all these things wouldn't be identified until and unless you add the jar file, Selenium related jar file. So how would you add? Right click on the project, go to build path, configure build path, and in here in the class path, select add external jar, and then wherever the jar is, what I've done is I've just same jar I've just copied from here and then added it in a separate folder. I've created a folder and then in jars here itself, right? So the same thing here, I've selected that file and say open. As soon as you click on open, so you would get this file here, and just say apply and close. So after that, you would see you would get a reference library wherein all the packages inside Selenium, the code, how to open Chrome, Firefox, and how to interact with browser elements and all. So all that code is present in this uh, jar file. So that jar file we have imported it. Now we are good to use those commands. So since here we have just given what I would say is a syntax to open the Chrome browser. So just after you write this, mouse over, so you would get an import statement. So import Chrome driver from this package org.openqa.selenium.core. So same thing, if you just see in the library, you would get that code. So just mouse over, select this import statement. Same way for WebDriver as well, you would get import statement. And WebDriver here is an interface. Chrome driver is the class that has implemented the interface. So we have seen that in Java, right? So those things would be useful here. That's what before I start this automation, it was good to have that Java knowledge. So as soon as you do this, so the errors would be gone. And then what we do is we just right click, run this one and see if Chrome browser is opened or not. But here you would get an error, which is expected. And the error is what? The path to the driver. So the path to the driver executable must be set by webdriver.chrome.driver by system property. So which means we need to set some property before we actually use this. So which is systems property. So here before that step, we need to write another step, which is system dot set property. So if you see, we get uh, different element methods, but we just want set property, which accepts key and a value pair. So we will select this key value, and then in first parameter, we need to pass webdriver dot chrome dot driver. Is what we expect. So here, double quotes, just add it, and then the next parameter, you need to pass the exe file. So Chrome driver is right. So here for Chrome driver, we have downloaded already the zip file. So what you have to do is, let's say I'll I'll just copy this one for now. I just don't want to keep these things here. So Chrome, Edge, and Gecko driver, all this I'll copy. I'll come here inside this resources. I just want to add. So I'll open that path in resources. So jars are there. Here I would say another folder I would create for drivers, and then I'll add all those zip files here, and then I would extract those zip files. So how to extract? Just right click on whatever it is and then say extract here. So we would get this zip file. If we just extract, we would get Chrome driver, which is an application type file. So Chrome driver.exe. So we want this. Same way for Edge as well, you can do. and Gecko driver also you can do. So edge driver, when you do, you get ms edge driver.exe, and Gecko driver is nothing but it is for Firefox. So for Firefox, we get that Gecko driver.exe file. If you export, it's not responding. Till then, I'll just refresh this. So you see under resources, we created folder, right? So just right click, come to this project, right click and refresh, you would get that up. Wait a second, guys, this system is not responding. Meanwhile, till it get load, yeah, anyone has any doubts or they want to ask anything, you can ask now. No one has any doubts?
Pradeep, actually, I have a doubt regarding the set property, system.set property.
Okay. So generally, what doubt? Why do we set that? Is your question?
Yes, Pradeep. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, Pradeep.
yeah. So what are we doing here is, so we have written a statement called WebDriver driver and new Chrome driver, right? Kind of, we are trying to create a new instance of our Chrome driver, and then whatever Chrome or Firefox, whatever browsers we have installed is that we have installed and downloaded it for our system, right? But then but for automation, we generally don't use that particular browsers. We use a different one since it's a new one. So every time it creates a new instance is nothing but a copy, right? So it tries to create a copy of the browsers. So for that, first of all, we need to have whichever browser you are downloading, we need to download that exe file. And once we download that exe file, so we need to point our WebDriver this thing to the file that we have downloaded. So how to point it? So for that, internally, this Java, this Selenium people, they have written some code, and then they have asked, so for to set a property like to point chrome.exe or whatever application file it is. So to point that, what we have to do is you have to give this statement saying webdriver.chrome.driver. In the sense, you are trying to set Chrome driver path, and then in here double quotes, you have to give the complete path of that chrome.exe file, and then that is what we are setting it here. So before executing 44th line, we need to set the path of our chrome.exe. For that 43rd line we have written, and then due to this 43rd line, 44th line would be executed without any errors. So here if you see, we have got error saying path was not set. That's why. So but this Selenium people, they have written a code in a way like they need path for sure, else you won't be able to open the Chrome driver. New Chrome driver, when you are saying, you won't be able to open your existing Chrome driver which you have downloaded for your system. So am I clear? Whose question was this? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I hope I've cleared that doubt. And then so right click here and say you don't have that driver, right? So just right click here, refresh. So as soon as you refresh, whatever folders we have added, so that folders would come here, the driver, and then we have got all these files. You can remove the extra things if you don't want. Likewise, I say, okay, I don't need this now. I'll remove it. The only thing, let's say delete, and then I would have only Chrome driver, Gecko driver, all the browsers exe files. So come here, just say refresh. So you would have get that. So here we have Chrome driver, right? So how to write the path of that? Right click, go to properties, and then here you would have this complete path. Select that path, Chrome driver.exe. So that path, just in double quotes, you need to paste it. That's it. Now, if you execute this line of code, it should open Chrome driver without any issues. So I'll just save and then execute, run Java application. If you see, starting Selenium driver and then next line, Chrome was started successfully. And you see a new Chrome window is been opened. That's it. So that is a line of code that we have written till now. I will close that. So this is what we have done. So at the end, I'll say, just at the end, before the main method finishes, I'll say code executed, so that you would find it here. See, it has opened Chrome window, and then at the end, it has also printed here, which means it is going outside the main loop now, a main method. So first statement, what we have written, to open a Chrome browser. Now next things are, oh, so what was our scenario yesterday, which we have discussed, right? So we had this URL, and then in this URL we got username and password, and our steps was to open this in the Chrome browser, open this URL, enter username, enter password, and click on login, was our basic thing. So what we'll do is, I'll open that, paste it here, enter. So then we need to enter username, which is admin. We would enter admin here, and then admin 123, and then click on login. So once we click on login, we would get some other page. So this is what we are uh, trying to automate. So same thing manually, whatever we did, we want to automate, right? So what I'll do is, so how to load the URL. So second step, we have written it. First step, to open the Chrome browser, it is done already. Second step is to open URL. So how to open URL? So whatever the Chrome driver. So here another thing that I wanted to say is, so instead of this driver equals to no Chrome driver, you can also write Chrome driver and any name, driver1 equals to new Chrome driver. So this statement also is so when we create an object of the class, so how do we do that? Class name, some object reference equals to new, and then class name. So this is what we are doing, right? And the constructor. So object creation, we do it this way. So same way for other browsers, Firefox, Edge. So we can create that driver related same thing. But why are we creating this one is because, so if you just say this driver one, so driver one would have only uh, Chrome driver. So this driver means Chrome driver here, and But just for a proper understanding, and we get this. This is nothing but a runtime polymorphism, and this is normal object creation. So runtime polymorphism, what we are doing is to the parent object, we are trying to we are created the object for the child class, and that reference we are giving is of parent one. So this uh, is for a proper understanding, we'll say, for now. So that's why we generally write WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver. So it's not driver. You can write anything, any name. Here you say Chrome, if you say, so you can say Chrome browser, anything, whatever you have written here. But I prefer writing driver here for now. So driver, and then next line is whatever the object name you have created. I have created object name as driver. So I will write that. Then dot if I do, so whatever methods or object like variables are created in Chrome driver class, we would have access to that. So object dot, when we say, we have, you see, we have find elements, get string URL, and this current URL, page, get title, window handle, and then manage. We have lots of methods here. So but for now, what we need is, we need to load a URL. So for that, we have a syntax called driver.get. So this get method provides us, if we just pass a URL here, it would load that URL in the application. So here, so driver.get, and inside this, I would say, what is our URL? Your URL is this, right? So I'll paste this. That's it. And then semicolon. So we have written this 2 lines of code. One is to open Chrome browser, and then in Chrome browser we want to open this URL. So same way, any other URL if you want to open, here driver.get, instead of this you give a different URL, whatever you want to open. So right click, I would execute it and see if it loads, opens Chrome browser and loads that URL. So it has opened Chrome browser and it has also loaded this URL application one. So what's the next step you want to do? So if you see here, browser is not maximized, right? So generally, if you do, we kind of click on this maximize, right? So through code, if you want to do, how can we do? So let's say after the URL is loaded, or just before URL, anywhere you want to just maximize it. So for that, what you have to do is write a statement. So I'm saying maximize browser. So how to maximize? Whatever the name of that object is, dot manage dot window dot, then we get full screen, we get maximize, minimize, we have different things. So we want to maximize it for now. So we say maximize. You can use other methods as well if you want, based on your requirement. So my requirement here is, I want to just, after the browser is open, I want to maximize it and then load the URL. So first step, it opens Chrome browser. Second step, it maximizes the browser. Next step, it loads the URL. Once the URL is loaded, so it should generally be this way. And then we need to enter this username, password, and this. So I'll just close this. I'll execute it for now. So you see, it has maximized and loaded a URL. That's it. So this is what we have written till now. So this we have executed in Chrome, right? Let's say now if you want to, same steps, if you just want to perform in the other browser. So what I'll do is, I'll just copy this class. I'll just create a separate package for these things. What package should I create? Selenium different browsers, let's say. So in this, I want to create a class. So class is what the same class I've just copy pasted, but instead of this, I would rename it to a different class. So instead of this, so Chrome we are opening, right? So Chrome browser, we can say Chrome browser code, something. Let's say finish and click on just finish. Yeah. So you just don't want all these comments. Just remove it. So code for opening that in Chrome browser is this, right? So same way, now let's say we want to do it for other browser, Firefox, let's say. So I want to open this in Firefox. So Firefox is what I've created a separate class for Firefox. And then inside this, I just don't want these lines of code. And here I want to open Firefox. Open Firefox browser. This lines of code I'll just comment it for now. So how to open Firefox? So again, create object for WebDriver and give any name. I would give driver again equals. This is in different class, right? So same variables we can use. It's not like we are doing it in the same class. So it's a different, or any name you can give, should be unique. So in this class, this driver is unique for now. So I'm giving that way. So driver equals to new. So instead of Chrome driver, we want to open Firefox driver. So Firefox driver is what we write it here. And as soon as you write it here, so just mouse over on this Firefox, you would get import statement from selenium.firefox package. So click this. So that package you would get it here. So Chrome driver, I don't want this package. So this is what import statement is coming from, and then we have this one. So same way. Now if you execute this, you would get that error issue saying you need to set the property for Firefox as well. And for Firefox, we have downloaded Gecko driver, right? So that Gecko driver path, we need to set it here. How to set? So what we did was system dot set property we use, and then in double quotes here we need to write web driver dot uh, gecko dot driver is what for Firefox we have. So Gecko driver Firefox, why Firefox uses Gecko is Gecko is kind of enhanced thing for which uh, the automation is possible on Firefox with the help of Gecko. You say for now, don't understand, don't go too deep since it's just the beginning. So for Firefox, if you want, we need to use Gecko, you say. Then we have set that property, and then same way uh, path of that we need to set. So how to set the path of this Gecko? Just right click on this driver, go to this properties, select the location till exe gecko driver.exe. We want that path inside this. You just paste it and save, and then run. So it should open Firefox. There is some issue, and what is that? Could not start new session. Possible causes are invalid address of the remote. Okay. So for the Firefox driver, which one did we download it? I've downloaded this 64-bit, right? Yes. And then the address is invalid. So let's say I just don't set this, and then do I get that error? the path to the executable driver must be set by webdriver.gecko.driver is what I have even said that. And then so I guess there is some issue with this gecko driver.exe. Yesterday as well, when we downloaded that selenium .jar file, so that same jar file, I'm not sure why it was causing error. So I just deleted that jar file and then re-downloaded the same jar file, and then it worked. So sometimes it happens, we just have to redo it. So here, so we are setting this, and instead of this gecko driver, obviously I don't want to use this gecko driver. Yeah, delete it. And then I'll try to re-download that this thing, Firefox. So go to this documentation. So click on this web releases, go to this latest, and we have this 64-bit. I just clicked on download. So here in downloads, I've got this file, and this file I would unzip it here. So right click, extract here. So then I get again gecko driver. I don't need this zip file, I'll remove. Here I would refresh. Oh, that would be shown. And the path again would remain same. Gecko driver.exe. And just say run. That's it. This is not responding. Meanwhile, yeah, is anyone trying this thing in their systems? Are you guys facing any issues? Can someone confirm if someone has tried that? Seems like there is some issue with the browser failure. Firefox is this. I'll just say, let's do for Edge browser. And for Edge, I would say Edge.driver would be there, and here we would have Edge Chrome Edge driver, and then I would say MS Edge. The path would be let's say run Java path. Could not start the remote server or browser startup failure. Why are we? Can someone at least unmute and confirm if someone is trying or someone has tried or done something, and then because sometimes system to system that it might affect. So whatever I'm saying, it might work in some other systems. So have anyone tried doing that in their systems? Same thing, downloading, installing the jar, and then uh, same all these browsers they have did, and same lines of code if you have written, and then try to execute it. Versions is 105. Right? Let me see for Edge what's the issue is. Let's see. About Microsoft Edge. This version is 106. I'll copy this, which is of 64-bit. I'll go here, go to Edge documentation. So on this, just enter the search for the version and then 64-bit. What I've downloaded. Here I'll remove some downloads. No, the Gecko Edge. I'll just extract it here. For this, and then this Edge. If I just refresh. Exporting. So yeah, meanwhile, yeah, whoever is kind of practicing, they want to do in their system. So try doing this, and for whatever code I have written done for the different browsers, this should work. And so sometimes we get some issues, so just have to redo it, as I said, and then we need to check. So here we have got to know how to open Chrome browser, Firefox, Edge, or different browsers. Again, if you want, you can look into that. So for now, but mostly we use a Chrome browser, right? So we will try to perform our test in Chrome browser for now. Actually, my system is not responding. Not sure what's wrong. And apart from that, browser opening code. So I guess the system is not responding. So yeah, as you have seen, so how to open Chrome browser, how to open Firefox, and how to open the Edge browser. So that things. So if you just try it in your systems, and if you all are facing any issues, yeah, then do let me know. We can look into it. Yeah, and so other things, everything, the other code, like how to open URL, so driver.get, and then you can specify the URL. The same way, uh, how to open the other stuff. If for one browser, if you have done same lines of code, same thing would work on the other browsers as well. So this is one other benefit of automating, because in one browser, if you just automate, same scripts we can execute on multiple browsers. And manually, if you have to do again whatever time you have taken in testing Chrome browser, same efforts would take again in different browsers, right? But here code, you just write it once and then execute it n number of times and different browsers. So that's another benefit that I can say for this automation. So yeah, anyone has any doubts, any issues if they are facing, so do let me know. We'll sort it out. So apart from that, we are good to close today's session. So yeah.
So as we will be like taking Chrome driver,
Yeah.
what if Chrome version gets upgraded?
Then we have to change the Chrome driver version. So whatever we downloaded the zip file, right? So that we need to delete it and then re-download it from selenium.dev thing, whatever version you have downloaded. So here you need to go and then
Okay, every time it
separate.
gets upgraded, every time we have to go to
Yes.
Selenium download and we have to change the Chrome driver.
Right. Else, if you execute, you would get some kind of error wherein a version mismatch, version kind of thing, you would get it over there. So with that, you can identify, okay, so some version has been changed. So you need to change the path, exe file.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else has any doubts? Yeah, if no doubt. So tomorrow I would be kind of giving a session on how to find elements. So how generally Selenium uses a property to find elements and what are the methods ways with which we can find a particular element. We have ID, name, XPath. XPath is what we would be more focusing on. So in real time, sometimes the elements won't be so simple having all IDs and names. So we then switch to the XPath more. So I would also give a bit of more understanding on XPath, how to identify, how to find any element using XPath or and all. Okay then. So if anyone doesn't have any doubts, then we are good to close. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Pradeep. Bye.
Yeah.